Hi everybody, welcome back to Regrowth Revisited, episode 10 with me, Sid. Last episode we made a whole load of seeds in here, which are all gone. And I made the second ones of them, so we got two, and I have now cross-cropped everything. It's not all maxed out yet, the skeleton seeds are. These need some work. That's got some max outage and some not max outage. I think it's just that one. These are not quite there. These are, I think we've got some of them there. These are there. We've got these going over here. I only need 3 of those. Oh, you are no. Yeah, yes, okay. That's a good point. So, let me get the 10. Put that in. Right, let's get that one. And we'll put the unidentified one in, which should also be 10. I've already put a maxed out one over there, and we've also got a bit of skeleton seed over here. So I'm not going to be putting a lot of effort into the seeds today, and there's not because I don't want to, because they're crossing and breeding and things. Actually, no, let's not do that. It is fun. Oh, these are 10s as well. What I actually want to do is I want to go and make, well, let me show you this for starters. I made a work table. That is this quest here. Will give us some saplings, which we can plant. But what that does is it allows me to do this, where we can go bang. And so I just load it up with essence dust. And then I take the weak essence and put them in there. Much faster than doing it with that thing on the side. So, bonus. We are going to make some clippers. This is a quest. So we need, have I got stickage? We'll have in a minute, okay. We need those. We're going to need those. Well, let's do the stickage first. 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Clipper. That makes the clippers, which right click on crops to obtain clippings. Clippings can be planted on other crops. Success of planting is based on strength. Sorry, we're struggling with words there, but that is this beastie. 10 strength, the planting seems to be guaranteed to be successful. So we'll take that. That is a pumpkin clipping, unidentified. I don't know why I want that pumpkin clipping unidentified. I've got pumpkins. So yeah, we can take you and pop you away. You can go away, and I've obviously got a lot of essentials now because I've been popping these out left, right, and centre, including quite a bit of aluminium. So let's just go off and start with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is essence of skeleton clipping. There you go. There's 5. So we can head over here. I'm going to have to go and analyse that pumpkin clipping, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. And we can just pop those in here. Much faster than having to do all this silly cross-cropping to get more of them. So that's kind of handy. We'll finish off with these to get 11 of, well, 10 or 11 of those, and that will be done. So I'm just going to finish off working these crops for a while, and let me just analyse that. We can't actually identify it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just curious what was so special about this pumpkin? Well, we'll find out in a minute, won't we? So yeah, anyway, I've got this lot to do. These to improve, these to, well, some of these I can do reasonably quickly. We'll get these sorted into the field through there, and then we can come back and we can actually concentrate on some stuff that's not seeds. Although there is more chapters to seeds, but I would like to get myself some improved bits and pieces because that's all bone. Why go flint? I mean, they're rubbish basically. So yeah, always a bonus. Back in a moment. Alright, while I am waiting on these last few, these obsidian and the nether seeds are being tardy. The obsidian, I've got 11010 he's running through here. We've also got skeleton, we've put the aluminium, earth, there's going to be earth, fire, air and water over there. Doesn't really matter the order. I don't know why I was even struggling with that. But, so first things first, there is a quest that I'd like to do. I am going to be my usual paranoid self when I do this, but we're going to take this, we're going to take 3 of those, we're going to take 3 of those, and we're going to take 3 of those. And that will give me 1 of those. Which should give me the bigger backpack, and that will give me a yellow bag. Now, I've got a green bag, I've got a yellow bag, I've got a white bag. I don't trust bags, and I don't think, yeah, they don't have an Inception style thing, but I don't trust these things not to lose the contents when because I think that is just crafted with it. So what we need to do is just empty this of things. Doesn't really matter, we're just going to dump them in there temporarily. Then we'll do the upgrade. And then we'll put them back. Now I assume we do that to get a white bag tier 2, which is bigger. That's so nice. We could do, well, we could, yeah, we don't need to right now. But we could try something with something unimportant in it and just see whether my paranoia was warranted or not. I suspect not, to be honest, but, you know, better paranoid than disappointed. Okay, and boop, 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 boop that away. I think that'll be it. Oh, that. And then we can just go and put our orange bag, or yellow bag, or whatever colour bag it is, away somewhere. I know, that'll do me. So, we've got aluminium, we have definitely got plenty of obsidian, that's not a problem, and we would like to get some half decent tools. Now I'm not sure which is better, iron or bronze. Oh, hello, we'll have you, and we'll put you down and get you going. I'm not sure which is better, iron or bronze, so let me go. I need to really have a look at the book, because that should tell me the different tiers, shouldn't it? In theory. So, yeah, that's a full 10, 10, 10, that's all good. And the book's up here in the bedroom, you know, where you can do a bit of bedtime reading before you go to snooze. Recipes, armor modifiers, getting started, not really what I'm after, so let's try materials and you. Materials, this is the type, so materials, trace augment, reinforced, it seems, okay. It's not helping me, Jagger to research, okay. Mining level 0, mining level 2 for iron. So what's bronze? Mining level 7, cobalt, so okay. 8 sorry for manual in. 1 for copper, 6 for steel, 3 for bronze. And iron was 2, wasn't it? So technically I think bronze is slightly better, which actually doesn't. Steel is way better, but we haven't got that yet. And pig iron better still. But the one that I was interested in is mana steel, which we'll go and have a look at. We can do obsidian to get reinforced. So I could say do an obsidian thing. But if I were to go and get me one of those, okay, that's alright. I thought I'd chuck the water seed in by accident then. That's 2. That's taken an age to cross. Right, what have I got? I need a sword pattern, and now you can't smelt this, there's no melty, so I assume I do that. So that's good. Then we've got the full guard. That is a wide guard. So we probably want a... Do I want the stabby or do I want the swingy? I think I'm going to have a swingy. Tough rod, well, we're going to need a tool rod pattern, so let's make a tool rod pattern. So what do I want to make tough? Obsidian guard, let's have a look. An obsidian wide guard is cast, so we need to smelt obsidian. Okay, that's fine. That means I also need to make the parts, doesn't it? It does. Okay. Well, let's just continue getting these up to speed while we do that, and let's have a look. Let me just get some obsidian. I'm trying to decide what to do for the tool rod. Paper might work. That gives me extra modifiers. Platers. And I've got a little bit of paper. So I could do a paper tool rod. I mean, as ridiculous as that sounds, it's an option. Or I could actually do a paper wide guard, couldn't I? And then an obsidian tool rod. Yeah, that makes more sense. Alright, well, I'm going to keep on working on these seeds while I just pull myself together. I'll be back in a sec. So we're starting off with aluminium brass. 3, 2, 1. Actually, that's all I need. I don't need that. Carried away. 3 to 1 gives me aluminium brass. That can just go in there temporarily. I do need a little bit of cobblestone. The cobblestone's upstairs in the cobble gen, and there's a cat at the door. So let me just get a little bit of that. Go and make a tool rod. While at it, we'll also make a saw blade because we're going to need these. Eventually. The rest of these will come back to, but we'll just make the 2 for now. And we can pop you out, and we can pop you in. Should be 8 ingots of aluminium brass, so that should give me that, and that should give me that. But I want that because I want a obsidian tool rod. Yeah, we'll concentrate on those after. 3, 4, 5. Probably don't need more than 1 obsidian, so well, then I'll get 8. Right, I'm going to. This is starting rapidly becoming a bit of a dumping chest, I'm afraid, but we'll sort it. So in you go. There's still plenty of fuel. Meanwhile, we'll check these out. Need to do that. And yeah, but hopefully we'll have a decent sword in a moment. Well, say decent, it's not going to have any much in the way of modifiers on it. Possibly moss. We could do that. Please be a 10, 10, 10. This doesn't always come out as a... No, it's crap again. In fact, I'm having more luck with the pruning shears on the obsidian ones than I am cross-cropping them, so yeah. Just goes to show sometimes it's easier to do it the pruning way. Right. So yeah, so over here for example, I can quite easily get that. And that's that done. I can also obviously pop in you, but I can do that as well. And then over here we got that. So we'll have this done in no time at all, and then we'll have a nether crop there, and that will be all the ones of the things that I did last time, which is not all of the ones that we are going to do. How are we doing there? We've got some obsidian. That probably leaves me 1.5 ingots, so let's just take that. And the cat's coming in. Maybe. There he is. Right. And sword, paper, thing, reinforced 3 plus 6 attack damage versus, wow, that has attack 1.5, okay, not actually brilliant then, is it? Still only plus 6. Durability is way better. Effective durability, 3 hearts. 3 hearts. Alright, well, you know what? It's still better. Because I say it is. Obviously, ultimately, we want cobalt, we'll want a hoofer. What's the majig? Manualin. Or even titanium, or, you know, something fancy, but, you know, come on. Give me a break, I've just got there. So we probably want to then make well, actually, let's just anything to go and kill. Maybe I was a bit hasty sleeping then, wasn't I? We'll test it when we come to the next nightfall. We'll let something spawn and we'll go and kill it, because in theory that is mana steel, which means it should be self-healing. So yeah, let me just get rid of these damn crops, because it will stop me being distracted by them, I think is probably a fair assessment. And we can then push on. I need to do a new mattock, I've got a pig, so we're okay on that. And yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so first things first, let us get some mossy cobble. And then let us make a ball of moss. We can make more than one, but right now I just want the one. Can I apply you in this? I don't know. I can. There you go. And it's still got 3 modifiers remaining. However, I was saying about not a lot of things we can do with this. I lied. We've got nether essence. We're still actually improving it. That's the 2 out there. So we can put sharpness on it, which is good because I can make it actually better. But I mean, I could have done with a flint one. It's just that this is mana still. Now I don't. Oh, I meant to test it. Oh well. I'm not sure whether the mana steel will repair from the mana tablet. That's what I'm. This is what I am thinking. If I do that, so that will take you from 8 to 16 of 72. Right, so we're going to need a fair bit to get even the first modifier on. But it's now doing 7 damage. 8 damage. Still 8 damage. That's 9 damage. So that's pretty good. We've still got 2 modifiers remaining. We've got more nether essence. Let's just give ourselves a fighting chance. Boop. So that takes you to 56. That takes you to 64. That takes you to 72. With plus 10 damage. That will stick at that for now. Just going to pop you in there with that nether stuff. You can go in there with that nether stuff and you can come down here. So, now I did say that we weren't going to faff around with seeds, he says, but it's not strictly speaking true. There is a seed we need to make, which is the ender seed, and I need to make 2 of them, obviously, because I need to improve them and get them better. Although I could take a cutting of a seed, but if we look at our things, I have got 2 ender pearls, and I have got 1 thing, so I've got enough to make 1 whole seed, which I could plant and then cuttings of until I get 2 seeds, which I could then cross. And ender seeds give us ender essence, and ender essence will allow me to make ender pearls and other ender things, and an end portal placer. Wow, I went in stone. I don't think I'm quite ready for the end, but I would like to get the ender seed. So I need an essence seed and 4 weak essence. Because that one has been eluding, well, it's not eluding me, but it's been, you know. No, it's been eluding me, sorry. There we go, there's a seed. We will need a thing, we're going to need to do that. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we've kind of got it in the bag, so to speak. He says going for his bag. Oh, I've already got it out, okay. That's fine. Oh, hello. Not far to go. And we've already got a thing. Now there are 2 or 3 other seeds in that chapter we need to get before we can progress to the next lot of seeds. Yeah, more seeds. It's seeds all the way. And that is right. You plant on tilled garden soil. Well, that I can manage. Bang. And we can go in here and we can get 2 of those. We don't need 2 of those, but you know, as good as any. So we've still got 3 actually. There's blaze seeds, which we need with the regular essence and stuff like that. There is gold, which we need, and there are experience seeds, which we need. So those are the 2 things. The experience seeds require bottled experience, and I don't have that. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to get it. So that's problematic. Because if we look at bottle O enchanting, it's kind of multiple mob essences or intellect drops, and that's kind of it. Can't see any other way of getting it. Now, I was looking to see if I'd missed a thing and there was, you know, a way of getting the bottles from one of these quests, but I don't think that's it. I'm fairly certain I didn't get them anywhere else. You know, the quest rewards tend towards the practical. Yeah, I mean, you know, none of this. But in my mind there is a niggling feeling that I got someone. I just went smash smash and did not consider the ramifications of my actions. Just a feeling. And now I did get some experience drops from these, so we can make animals, but I can't see where I would have picked up. I think that's another copper ore, isn't it? Anything that would have given me, you know, experience bottles. So I'm not going mad, am I? I didn't just go smashy smashy when as soon as I got the damn things. Encoding, life of the world. You see, none of these were. They're just experience drops. We can get villager, but we need emeralds for that. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do. Oh, hello. Forgot about you. Okay, you're better. So where next? That's the question. I mean, obviously we can dive deeper into Britannia. We do need to do these because we're going to need those to unlock, if I can find it, what the world is built from. This one. We need to get the strong infusion stone to get strong essence. So I think I really do need to push these nether bricks, brown powder, essence, and essence of nether times. Yeah, I think I do. Sand, yellow, and this one, that one I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do it. I mean, there is one option which we could give a try. Maybe. Why not? Let's see about that. I'm going to wait till the morning though, so that's the thing. And yeah, I'll be back in a mo. Alright, next morning we are going for, don't pick that up, we're going for a wander. Should have made a scoop while I was thinking about it, then we could push on to the bee quests, because bees always make a series better. Sorry, that's an old joke. If you remember the Ogscast and the Jaffa Cake Factory, well, not the Jaffa Factory, the Jaffa Factory was actually okay. It was when they came back and revisited the Jaffa Factory and Lewis got a little bit obsessed. There's I don't trust that. I mean, we've got Zumbert Pigmen, but they're non-hostile, so that's fine. But the bit I was looking and thinking about was this bit over here, look. That is a witching circle. And I've wandered around out here just to see what there was on a couple of occasions. And witching circle, well, that's interesting. Because they have Luton. Now I do need, I think, I need to be ready to run like a mental person. But give me a few blocks. Let's quickly repair that up. I've got my iron pick in the bag, but I've just been using that. I can't see the point in faffing around things. Now that is not, I think, a hostile witch, but I'm ready to run if it is. Yeah, you're a common witch, and if I talk to you, she'll tell me that she doesn't. I don't interest her because I've not done any witchcraft stuff. But in here, if I can pull this off. Are usually 2 witch spawners and a dispenser with some loot in it, which was not any use to me whatsoever. Mine. It was a long shot. And probably not worth it, to be honest. But it was the only thing I could think of. A loot chest has a chance of spawning stuffs. There's nothing any good in there. I mean, obviously there's a witch spawner. That's going to be handy when we come to doing blood magic, because once we get to the point where we've have the well of suffering, witches are the best source of blood. They're very, very lucrative because they heal themselves so they don't die. But anyway, let's head back and think about this some more. There's got to be a way to turn those into bottles of enchanting. Essence buried, but no. I don't know how to get that. It's doing my head in. Those require bottles of enchanting. I'm just going to have to do the animals, aren't I? I'm going to have to do the eggs. That's the only option I've got. Is the I'll say the eggs. The eggs are actually not, no. The eggs are not going to give me that either, are they? They're just going to give me spawn eggs for things, which are not the same. I'm trying to remember back whether this... Oh, God, that's looking amazing now. I'm trying to remember back to when I did this, whether this was that awkward back then. I don't want them. Mundane belt. Everything else here is rubbish, but that's fine. We'll just take that. There's got to be a way of getting that experience. There's got to be. I just don't know how. Alright, I'm going to have a think. I'll be back in a mo. I'm an idiot. So, if you look at the bottle of enchanting, it shows you multiple mob types. But, if I look at that and go, what can I do with that? I can just do it with 9 of any one mob. I don't need the mixed bag. And I've got plenty of these. But that's all I need. 3, we'll do 2 lots. There we go. Let's be adventurous. So that gives me what we need. Apart from a whole load of garbage in my inventory. Okay, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me just stick you in there. There we go. You and you can go away. You can go away. You can go away. We're going to keep hold of that. That can go in there temporarily. Everything is good and wonderful and Gucci. Oh, not quite Gucci. Let's put that away as well. So, experience seed. Now we can actually progress. And we can get these last few seeds done. So this is 2 runes of mana. I don't have 2 runes of mana, do I? Only have 1 rune of mana, and you require an ender pearl, and I just used all my ender bloody pearls. And you are 5 to make an ender pearl. Okay, we're going back to plan B. So I was planning to make a mob grinder out in the thing where I can basically stare meaningfully at Endermen and get them to come over and beat them up until they drop pearls for me. But I thought I'd avoided having to do that. I think I'm still going to have to do that. We can make a start, I think. I do want some, I want some of you. That's for certain. And I'm going to take my chisel as well, because why would I make this out of horrible blocks when I can make it out of semi-pretty blocks? Now, where I want to make it is right out here. So I think I am going to sleep the night away before we do it. It's going to be a variation, I think, on one of my old classics. So while I've got everything I need with me, I think. We'll leave the ingot mould behind. Don't need that. That's quite a bit of this I don't really need, but that's fine. And yeah, let me go and make a start on that. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, well the good news is I managed to get a cutting off of this for this, so we can now start cross-cropping the end of things. These are all 10, 9, 10, so these 2 should be 10, 10, 10, which means we should have maxed out our net. I always hit that table and put it on underneath. So with that in hand, we should be able to just go and... my inventory is a mess, by the way. Nothing new there, I hear you say. But we should be good to get these going. I can come back, just cross those up, and these can all just go in there. That can go in the stuff. That's the thing. So in terms of seeds, we're doing okay-ish. I have got the means of the things, but the experience seeds. But I want to. That will not despawn, by the way. It's been there for several days now, and it will not despawn. But this is what we've got. This is the start of my little taunt 'em and kill 'em base. So we can come in here, we've got a reasonable view. Once I've leveled off some of the more of these areas, brought that down, leveled these up, so we've got a good view. Whenever an enderman spawns, we can stare at him, he comes over, he falls into that 3 tall pit. I come down here and oh, hang on, you need to be fixed. I should just use the iron one now. It's not like I've got a shortage of iron. Need 2 of them, 2 of those. So I come down here. This will be an all slab floor, so nothing can spawn down here. And Bob is the relative of your choice. That's the theory. We can quite easily just come around here and bat. Nothing can get in. And well, yeah, you know, simple enough. Got that comes in. So what I then need to do is probably just replace out this floor here with a nicer floor. It should be 100% spawn proof because there's no spawnable blocks in there. So once we're in, even though it'll be very dark, and I can probably stick a torch at the top there maybe, somehow. I need to do these as well just to make them look pretty. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, and we just boopage all the way around. And with a bit of luck, I won't get killed. Which, you know, as a means of, you know, working out your success rate in things, I don't think is too bad. Let's just stick a torch there. We can come up here. Nothing spawnable here. Once those are closed, everything has to fall in, basically. Yeah, I think that is kind of that. And then what we'll do with these dips, which make it harder to get mobs to track. Well, it's not harder to track. I mean, the mobs will track reasonably well, but the better vision I've got, the better all round, I think. And of course it helps that we're getting rid of all of these horrible holes outside our base. So, you know, win-win again. Just use up this lot and life should be good and happy. Of course, now I've got those 2 ender seeds going. That is going to be somewhat unnecessary, but oh well. We'll see how we go. It's despawned, yay! I thought it was going to be there forever. I thought it was going to be the sword that wouldn't go away. Anyway, I'm just going to spend a short while tidying up this land, emptying my inventory, which translates to also tidying up my inventory, and we'll give that a try. I'm probably going to get myself killed, of course, but you know, part of the course, isn't it? Right, be back in a bit. All right, this is where we find out whether this works or not. I'm not a million miles away from my own base, so can always leg it. But it's getting dark. Let's get a little screenshot. And let's see what the night brings. Probably a lot of zombies. Hello? Hello? Is there anybody out there? I think I must have chosen the quietest night of the year. Come on, there we go. Told you, zombies. Spiders, slimes, zombie dog. Hi, how are you doing? You'll fall down a... Oh, have I cocked up? They'll go down a 3 high, won't they? Push him in. Come on, push him in. Think I need... Oh, yeah, let's try something then. Build as you work. That works. Damn you. Are you in? Oh yes, you are. That didn't help you, did it? Well, we'll definitely get experience this way. I'm picking up some loot, but I'm going to need an entrance in, I think, to make this work. But don't really want to argue with the witchy over there, though. Still. Damn it. Damn it. But what we're not getting yet is the Endermans that we so richly want. Okay. Well, I'm going to pass the night here for a while and see whether we manage to survive now I've fixed the drops. Be back in a mo. Well, that would have worked perfectly if we'd have had any Endermen spawn, but they didn't. So, got a slight issue with the drops. They're not falling in where I want them. But other than that, I'm reasonably happy with that. Let's go and get this. Let's go and get this creepy boy. We'll have the bones over here while we're at it. Missed. Oh wow. Either I'm blind. Well, I am blind. You know, short-sighted anyway. But definitely no Enderman. So we may have to go just with the Enderman seeds. Concussion creeper down there. So, but we've got a little place for fertiling and getting the stuff done, and I'm happy enough with that. We've got the Enderman seeds. We can start to improve these. Obviously I've got plenty of mana. Let me just go and do the quests for the gold, which is sand, yellow powder. You know what, I think I'll do these next episode. We've made a lot of progress, that's obvious with the seeds and the stuff. I've got the ability to now make most of my tools into half decent tools, and we've got a load of seeds going. So once these are done, we are laughing, and this won't take that long, especially when you consider that it only snips back one growth stage. So it doesn't take long for these to regrow. So the Enderman seed is my next thing, which I'll do some of between episodes, but next episode we'll get the gold, we'll get the blaze, and we will basically hammer these through until we're done. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.